Hey guys, autosave, and welcome to another Factorio Workshop. As always, I am joined by Madzuri,
Greetings.
and we have a red circuit build submitted here by Nick, and this one is a bit different in the fact that it actually has speed modules in every step of the process, if you will. We have the speed modules in the beacons, which is standard, of course, but then we have speed in the cable machines as well as the red circuit machines, which is different than what would typically be done, at least in my experience, where you would put productivities in the machines themselves. And if we look here, so we have two cable machines, one on each end, and 16 red circuit machines. And that is the correct ratio, even with all the speed, because you can speed something up as much as you want, and the ratio won't change as long as you don't throw in productivity and use all the same level machines. And the ratio is normally 1 cable to 8 machines. So the ratio is correct, and we can see that this thing produces pretty much exactly 1,000 red circuits a minute. And it stays steady at that pretty much the whole time. And then power-wise, it takes about 70 megawatts, between 65 and 70. Fluctuates up and down. That's counting the roboports. And I mean, we have a Zuri modified version down here, which Zuri, I'll have him go over. But this one, I mean, that's pretty much, all that there is to it. It's a red circuit build. It works. Personally, I would say I would prefer to have productivity in here than just speed all the way. Just because, missing out on that productivity bonus is actually pretty significant. And it may take a little bit more power as well to go full speed. But it does still work. Definitely not a bad build by any means. But then down here we have Zuri's version, which I will let you go over.
Yeah, we flop it over real quick and let the numbers catch up.
Yeah.
You mentioned if we added the extra beacons on the end.
Yeah, well, we imported the blueprint, and we had to add these two beacons, and I think two more over here as well, because the cable machines weren't actually getting as much beacon coverage as the rest. I don't know if that is how the build was supposed to be, because it was actually making it so there was a lack of cable, and the machines weren't actually running constantly, the red circuits, because they were lacking cable. Or maybe it just got cut off in the blueprint. That definitely happens sometimes.
We
With
just assumed it was a mistake that these were omitted, so we put them on. We
yeah,
also had to increase the output for cabling with the speed bonus.
yeah. Since it was so fast, we had to add in a third export for it. Good point.
All right, this is what I would consider one of my standard super compact circuit builds with the productivity bonus. And this will produce about the same area and power consumption as the one above. Only difference is this one consumes like 29% less material to operate per product,
Yeah,
and that's why I prefer it. It'll consume less and produce the same.
right. So this, you'll notice the ratio changed. It's now 1 to 12 due to the productivity, and yeah, this is kind of actually what we would consider like a half build. I think is what we said, Zuri. Like
Yeah,
compared to this.
you can do something like 11.2 circuit machines per cabling factory. But it's kind of hard to do point 0.2. Just this one on the end is kind of just extra.
Yeah. So this is so 1 cable machine to the 12 compared to his 2 cable machines to 16. So if we were to actually compare, like do like 2 cable machines worth, this one would be more like 24. But it would of course produce more than this one, because right now with this like half build with 12 machines, it's producing about almost 700 a minute.
Well, we can double it up real quick.
Yeah, we can go ahead and double it up. And it's taking 45 megawatts. Um, so let's see if we can double this up. So yeah, again, this is, so this is more machines. It'd be because of the ratio changing from 1 to 8 to 1 to 12, but with double this, with this amount, it can do probably close to 1,400 a minute, like 1,300 something. We'll find out.
Yeah, about a minute.
Yeah, so it seems to be hovering close to 1.3K a minute with 24 machines, and this one has 16, so if you were to then double this one, that would be, you can see, but overall, this would produce slightly more, and the productivity bonus is really quite huge. If you look at the consumption, well, it's a little hard to tell, but the this build down here will consume a lot less resources for the same product than the one above, just due to productivity. And yeah, I mean, unless you have anything else to add, Zuri, I think that pretty much does it.
That's about it. Remember, a 40% bonus. You divide by 1.4 to see it consumes 71% of what the speeded up build would consume.
Yeah, definitely a good point. So, using 29% less resources for the same product, and this one actually overall only takes about 80 megawatts. Even though it's 8 more machines in this one, so it's actually a little more power efficient as well, I believe. But yeah, again, this is definitely not a bad build. It's just different. I mean, if you wanted, you could, of course, throw productivity in here, although do keep in mind your ratio would change. But if you just want to go full speed, then this is not a bad build. It works. The ratios are correct. Fully beaconed. It's good to go.
Indeed.
All right. Well, as always, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Love to hear any thoughts you have and any submissions in the comments. And until next time, we will catch you later.
Later.